Beyond. Beyond.
Beyond.
I spilled a can of worms and a Beyond came out and it said, "Hello everyone, I'm a beautiful butterfly."
What's happening already?
Welcome to episode 82 of Podcast Beyond.
Beyond.
82.
Yes, it is. Before we get into the actual show, I want to thank everybody that wrote in. Last week, I asked for comments about the show, what you like, what you don't like, what you want us to change. Everybody that wrote in, thank you for doing so. We're taking these things to heart. Hopefully, you will see a couple changes in this show. I'll kind of call those out when we get to them. But keep sending in comments about what you want us to, change, what you like, all that kind of stuff. As always, write to beyond@ign.com. Go ahead and post it on the forums if you're on there as well. So with that note, let's get on to the Roper Report.
Time for some news.
So a bunch of announcements came out. The Bigs 2 was announced.
Booyah!
The trailer was on MLB 2K9. We went ahead and just ran the trailer before they actually officially announced the game,
Look at
which
you.
was fun. I I didn't do it. Hillary did it.
Look
but
at him.
Good for us.
Or her.
Yeah. Age of Booty now has trophies.
Yeah, it does.
You get your booty trophies on.
There's
whatever
one.
that means.
There's a bronze for just the tip, going in and making a map and saving it.
There you go.
2
Pretty
seconds.
easy. King of Fighters 12 is coming in July.
Yes.
Ryan is happy about this one. He's going to be reviewing the game, I would assume.
Of course.
Yeah. Let's see. You can now. This is kind of cool. So, Greg, when you and I went to see the trophies for 2.40,
I remember
the
this.
thing that killed everybody's machines
Yep.
last year, Eric Limpel was talking about how this was phase 1 of the rollout, and that they were going to be adding more things to it. And so we had trophies, and then at some point last year, they got kind of the look of them got kind of redone on the PS3. So you
started
have
putting in,
the little progress bar and all that kind of stuff. And then now, as of yesterday, I believe it was, is you can now view your trophies on PlayStation.com.
Ooh.
You cannot do comparison yet.
Oh.
That's in another rollout phase, and they're calling this Phase 1 again. I don't know. I guess they're up forever on Phase 1.
Maybe it's a different
Phase
project.
1.1.
Yeah, Phase 1
Alpha 1.
of PlayStation.com, I guess. But you can see them on there, so that's very good. Let's see.
I have a question for you real quick
Let's hear
to
this.
interrupt. Eric Limpel, when you guys met with him in person, I'm assuming,
Yes.
was he just always walking around with a screen and a controller and demonstrating PlayStation software?
He was sitting in the chair the whole time. I don't believe he ever stood.
Okay.
He may not have legs, but but yes, he had the controller in his hand the whole time.
Okay.
And he was sitting next to the screen.
Yep.
So our perspective of him was that I think they might be attached through Wi-Fi, and they can't leave, or else the connection will sever and he will die.
Okay,
So-
that's possible. I also was just imagining him like on the bus, and he always just has a giant HD TV hovering behind him and a controller, and he always is doing firmware
If you have the
demonstrations.
good looks of Eric Limpel, you are not riding the bus.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
well,
you are
I'm
in
sorry.
the back of a
I
stretch
thought
limo in a
maybe-
hot tub.
Maybe
he
he has
probably-
the intelligence to save money.
No,
and
he
take
probably
public
lives in the
transportation.
PlayStation van. You know, they roll that thing around every once in a while in the
Yeah,
truck,
yeah,
and you can
yeah.
go play
All
some
the
games
games
at
on the
events.
side
of it.
I think he
Lives
lives
in
inside of there.
All right.
Yes. Getting off the news, the Beatles Rock Band, that's the official title for the game
The
now.
Beatles : Rock Band.
The Beatles : Rock Band, body part right in there, is, or organ, I guess, colon. Anyway, is coming out on 9/9/09, September 9th, 2009.
Oh my
The
god!
Dreamcast is thinking again?
The Dreamcast 10-year anniversary.
Stolen by the Beatles.
Wow.
I don't know if this is an homage that Harmonix is doing. That would be very cool if it is, but there you go.
That would
Correct
be
me if I'm
insane.
wrong. On this 10-year anniversary, we're all taking the day off, right, as a moment of remembrance.
I would hope so.
Okay.
Anyway, and then the last couple things that I'll mention, two kind of sell deals. One is that Square Enix is indeed buying Eidos. What? It's happening.
I can't wait for Lara Croft to pop up in the next Kingdom Hearts.
That would be awesome.
Be
And
so
then
cool.
the last thing is that
Before getting stabbed by
17-year
Sephiroth.
run may be coming to an end, as Midway is having some financial troubles, and in order to keep itself alive, is looking to sell Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I
What's
think
up?
that might be interesting if an entirely new team just tried to tackle it from a fresh perspective.
Now let's hold off on the comment on that one. Piece of reader mail gets to
Uh-oh.
that. We'll come back to that.
Sorry
reader
to
mail.
jump the gun, folks.
Word.
I'm just saying.
That would
I'm just
also be
saying.
whether or
Also,
not
Resident Evil 5 Home
Ed
Space
Boon-
launches today.
That's correct.
That would also be
So
whether
if
or
you
not Ed
actually
Boon
use
would
Home
be
still-
with it or not.
Which of 2 weeks ago nobody did. But
Yeah.
anyway, then you can go do that. Greg, why don't you tell us what games are coming to stores this week?
I do have the official IGN list of upcoming PlayStation software on all 3 platforms by the IGN editors. Surprisingly, it's a fat list for this March week. It is PS3, Hawks, MLB 09, The Show, MLB 2K9. PSP gets Phantasy Star Portable, The Show. PS2 gets Tomb Raider Underworld, MLB 09, MLB 2K9, King of Fighters 98, SpongeBob Happy Square Pack.
What?
That's happening.
Just as a clarification, also, it's Kingdom Fighters 98 Ultimate Match. Because there's
There you
multiple Kingdom Fighters
And this is
98s.
why you will be reviewing Kingdom Fighters 12.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Ryan, come on.
What's a Vampire Strike?
Oh, that was
What
terrible.
the-
That was hard.
Vampire knock.
Yeah.
Wait, all right, what are you talking
Next
about?
time you're fighting a vampire, tell me if that's how it strikes.
All right, maybe I will.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's see the list again real fast. There's a lot of games on here. We got to figure out what's good. Let's see. I got to go with the show. It looks like the show to me.
Do we have anything coming out of the network that we know of today?
No.
Do we need to be on top of? No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I go with MLB 09, the show,
Okay.
for pick of the week.
Pick of the week.
I would not, because I still hate sports games.
What do you
but
what do you got? Fantasy Star?
Jeff, you-
Yeah, either Phantasy Star or King of Fighters, but neither of them would, on a normal week, stand out to me had a better game been present.
Jeff, you reviewed that show, right? 87?
Yes.
87? Yeah. Good stuff, huh?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit better than. The thing is, and I actually saw this on the boards, is that a lot of people were wondering like why it got exactly the same score, and even though there are a lot of improvements that they made, a lot of the problems that wind up cropping up are bugs and issues that happen within the gameplay and everything else that basically complicates the entire situation. I do like what they're trying to do with it, but it almost feels like an intermediary step between this year's game, where they were trying to add some things, and next year's game, which I can only imagine is going to have everything they tried to put in this year, but improve on it so that it's a lot more solid for next year's game.
There we go.
Interesting.
Let's see what we got here. So we have no PSN update. Nothing good.
Actually,
Blog Act.
well, there is a few things from Blognac. The Wanted Weapons of Fate demo is going to be up on the blog or on the PSN today.
There we go.
There's going to be 2 new high velocity bowling characters for people that are playing that, and as Greg mentioned, the Resident Evil 5 home space goes live today, and there's supposed to be some unlockable costumes or
There'll be
uniforms
if you
for
do
the
it right. There's
characters.
interplay between them. That there's going to be items in home from Resident Evil, and then you'll have costumes for Chris and Shiva.
Yeah, so I guess like whenever when you get it next Friday for like Resident Evil 5, you'll be able to download whatever the costumes
It's also
are
going to
once
support
you've gone
launching
through it.
RE5 out of home.
Right, so you can get a co-op game with
Walk
somebody.
around, find a random
in
stranger
home.
who's beautiful.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say they need to improve game launching, because to me, I feel like if the game launching is actually implemented properly, it should go right from home into the lobby, as opposed to going from home and then you see all the game logos pop up and it's the same amount of time.
Licensing has to have that kind of stuff happen.
No,
though.
they should just skip it.
You can't get around that. Going back to high velocity bowling just for a second, here's a little 30-second rant on this. I am kind of despising all the characters that are being released for this. It's terrible. I'm assuming that if they weren't selling at all, that they wouldn't keep releasing these characters. Maybe they just keep throwing it out there hoping one sticks. My problem is I like the game. I think it's fun. And I would hope that if there's a sequel, I'm coming to assuming that there is, that there would be a bowler creator in there. You can make whoever you want instead of picking from some people. But if people actually are buying these things, then it's too much of an income thing. They're not going to have the creator. And I want to be able to make my own bowler.
The problem is that they're all stereotypes. They're all horrible stereotypes.
Just like Pain.
Well, the thing is, I like if you could buy the dudes from Kingpin, I would buy them.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't want to buy any of these stupid bowlers.
What about Big Lebowski?
Ooh, yes, Donnie. I would totally buy Donnie. That's correct. If they release Donnie, I will pay $10 to download the Big Lebowski pack.
You did for David Hasselhoff too, right?
No, absolutely not. All right, let's get on. So, first bit of a show that we're gonna make a big change to is trophy tips. Some people were saying that just the tip was a little vague, or whatever. So we're gonna do
on the tip.
We're gonna do kind of two new.
God.
It's called the George something or another, Saint George. I don't forget what it is. Anyway, I don't have that thing. Anyway,
Prince Albert.
Prince Albert. That's what it is.
St. George.
It was some sort of English royal name. I'm like, there's George VIII. Anyway, ignore my.
Yes, that was Victoria's Secret.
That proves that I have not had it done. Thank you.
Proves
anyway,
I have.
No. So two things for just tip is we're only going to hit games that have very good tips, and then number 2 is we're going to pick game of the week for basically trophy pick of the week.
Trophy pick of the week.
Let me see the sheet again.
Dear God.
Jeff Howard.
Oh, so we're doing it off. Oh, I see how you're reforming that. You want to do it off the games that came out this week.
All the games that came out this week. So we got Hawks MLB 09 and MLB 2K9. Jeff, how are the trophies in the show? Easy.
No, they're they're going to take a little bit of time to actually get. Like a lot of them are going to take a lot of investment to
All right.
lock
I
down.
honestly haven't played Hawk, so this one's a hard pick.
Nate played it at my desk. He didn't get any trophies.
Okay, so don't play Hawks
And
for
then,
that.
I can tell you from experience that if you try to simulate an entire season in MLB 2K9, you will get 0 trophies and you will waste your
All right.
time.
Actually,
So-
that's for both baseball
Oh,
games.
really?
You can't simulate anything and
All
expect
right,
to get a trophy at
let's
all.
just go with the show being trophy pick of the week. And
of the week.
does anybody have any good, solid trophy tips they want to throw out here? All right, moving on
Nope.
then. All right, topic of the week.
Topic of the week.
Topic of the week.
Topic
This
of the
week, what was it? 3 months ago, 4 months ago? I don't know. It was a while ago. We had a segment that a lot of people seem to enjoy, where I don't remember the name of it. Does anybody remember the name of the game?
Podcast Beyond creates a level in 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, basically, we created the game. We threw on some ideas. We created a musical time traveling game.
Oh, there was time travel in it,
Journey to the
too.
Great Beyond, or something
There
like
you go.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it was
Center
called
Beyond.
Journey to the
Something like
Center
that.
of Beyond.
Journey to the Center of Beyond. I don't remember
Somebody started
anybody.
making it in Little Big Planet.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I do remember seeing that, but I don't remember anybody actually making a Flash version or anything like that. Unfortunately, but
Way to go, listeners.
if somebody has created Journey to the Center of Beyond, please send it to us. But we're gonna do this again. We're gonna basically there's nothing to talk about, so we're just gonna create a game on the fly. All right, here we go. We got 10 minutes tops. Let's see what we can create in this time. What kind of genre can we
This
do
is
this
where
time?
the greatest games get created, by the way.
It is.
In
Last
10
time
minute spans.
Okay, so Journey to the Center of Beyond was basically a platformer type, side-scrolling action game. What kind of game are we going to create this time? Remember, we want the game to be creatable possibly by somebody in Flash or something similar. So,
Or a little bit.
I've seen a lot of
Or
different
a little planet,
fighting
yeah.
games done in Flash.
fighting game's good.
That are fairly easy to do.
All right, now what kind of fighting game are we going to make? See, I think that something like Virtual Fighter is a little hard to get
no,
into. I think
it
we want
has
to make
to be
something.
like
Classic Mortal
It has to be
Kombat.
like Final Fight or like Double Dragon style.
Oh, it could
do
be
it,
a
do it
brawler.
that way, like it's an
It could
actual
be a brawler.
brawler.
So you want to do a side-scrolling brawler?
Yeah, it has to be.
Well, he's
something
done
like that.
side-scrolling, though.
Yeah, but let's go with the straight-up one-on-one fighting game.
Okay.
Or how about this? We break some ground, 2-on-2 simultaneously. We have tag team matches in other games.
Okay.
What if we have 2-on-2?
So it's just a street fight.
Or hell, just one-on-one, ultimate chaos.
Like Smash
imagine
Brothers?
Street Fighter. Yeah, but imagine those Street Fighter controls those. You're not jumping around like idiots.
So it's basically Pit Fighter with Street Fighter mechanics.
Yeah, I don't think that would work. All right, let's just stick to one-on-one. What kind of characters do we want up in this thing? Greg, you look sad at this thing.
I'm thinking. When I have to think, I get sad.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like thinking.
Here's my thing. I want to see a mage that can call down, like he's like a little do whatever, and you have one kill kind of moves, right? That have like an 80 button combo, but if you can pull it off, you kill somebody.
Right.
Okay.
And I want to see the mage basically
An instant kill, yeah.
instant kill. I want to see the mage be able to pull the Dragon Ball and just blow up the earth and kill everybody. But he automatically
And the
gets a buy.
game ends.
Yeah, the game just ends. It shuts off. You
You
can't play
should
it for a
delete
day.
it from your hard drive.
Yeah, just delete it. You have to download it again.
That would be awesome.
Your save corrupted.
It's the ultimate kill, though. I
Right.
mean, the videos that people would see on YouTube, they'd be like, I gotta download this game. You do it once, and then you gotta download it again, but it's still funny.
Yeah, you still get to do it. It'll be
Yeah.
a small file. I want to see Nate Ahern.
Nate Ahern of the game.
See, I was going to
Why?
ask if we
I
wanted
wanna
to
see
be
him fight and
characters
get destroyed.
in the game.
If we want what now?
If we
Sorry?
wanted to be the characters in the game, or if we were creating fictional characters.
Let's do it that way. Let's do this. Let's do the
Podcast Beyond versus fictional characters.
Oh yeah, it could be like Marvel versus Capcom, except
All right,
it's Beyond versus fiction.
versus the world
There you
fighting
go.
game.
Nate is on the world. He's on the world
Okay,
team.
Nate Ahern is one of the opponent people.
Wait, well, shouldn't
a
he be
mage.
on Beyond?
No, it's us versus the world.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Nate's
guess.
part of the world.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
and basically what you could do is if say there's 30 other characters, say the world is encompassed by 30 main representatives.
Okay.
William Shatner has to be one of them.
Okay.
But if the world is all of these people, then the single player game goes, you're the four of us, so you get basically 4 lives. And so when one of us drops off, say you start with Jeff, and then you lose to Jeff a couple fighters in, then you can change to say Ryan, but you can't go back to Jeff. He's done. And if you lose with all 4 of us, then the game's over. And you got to go through all 30 characters.
I don't know how that would work in practice, but it's
Why?
a cool idea.
It's totally fine.
Does
That'd be
your
totally
health
fine.
bar reset after in between fights?
No, it does not. That's what
Wow.
makes it
Man,
challenging.
that's
Wait,
gonna be really
no,
tough,
that
dude.
because if you lost the health bar, then you instantly die the next time. You have to get another
No,
health bar.
I'm saying that like it's 5. I win
Oh, if
5
you
fights,
win-
and if my
Oh,
health's
okay.
not getting carried,
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha.
Okay, well that's
That's a traditional survival.
Yeah, that's
type
survival
mode.
gameplay.
so the
mechanic
regular
then.
thing would you would just
So
okay,
in between fights, I get a new health bar.
okay,
Yes.
so there will be team survival
Okay.
or the regular mode where you just take one of us and try to go through all 30.
Yes,
or
there
a
we
subset
go.
of them.
Now we're talking.
And here's actually what we should do is the characters you fight will be divided amongst the world. So you could have Ryan go try to take out everyone that encompasses Asia.
Japan, yeah, he'd go after them.
Yeah.
No,
and
I wouldn't
then,
go after
Yeah,
them.
you would.
And
Because it would be the ultimate story. They'd
Yeah,
be like,
and-
"You love us, Clements. You can't fight us. You love everything about our culture."
I'm pretty sure that
and you'd
Greg
be
would-
like, "It would kill me to do
I'm
it."
pretty sure Greg would take on Antarctica.
There you
Am I
go.
correct?
Yeah, yeah,
So you
totally.
basically fight a polar bear and be done.
Okay.
And a penguin, you just kick it over because they don't have much movement.
Actually, a penguin would be a hilarious character to have in a fighting game. Like one of its moves is it throws fish
I don't
instead
think
of
they're polar
fireballs.
bears
But they don't
at
have
Antarctica.
hands.
Well, it's flippers.
They could just dance like Happy
it
Feet.
like throws.
And then
That
you
movie
just get
sucked.
entranced.
I think they're polar
That
bears
movie's
at the
messed
North
up.
I just
Pole,
played
but
the
not
game.
the
I think
South Pole.
I played the Wii game or no GameCube at the time.
Did you ever watch the movie?
No.
That movie's messed up, man. It gets you think it's like some children's movie, and then towards the end it starts getting all like, political save the earth, and it gets kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Whoa.
okay, so more characters though. We got to have William Shatner.
Yeah, we got it. Right now
What
we're
would
at
William Shatner's
we have a
special moves
mage,
be?
Nate, William Shatner, polar bear, penguin.
I think the mage should just be Merlin.
But polar bears
He'll
aren't
have
at the
traveled through
Well, he
time.
doesn't have to be in Antarctica. Calm down. Okay?
Look,
Okay.
What? What is your problem? We should take a time out. Jeff, you've been down lately. What is going on? Just talk to us.
Nah.
We're the team. This is Podcast Beyond. We want to heal you.
Beyond.
Yep. It's
See? That's not even-
beyond,
that's not even
podcast
him.
beyond therapy session.
I do not. I refuse to do a podcast beyond therapy session.
Rupert,
Yeah, you probably don't want therapy from us.
need to
but
hug.
He's too
still.
far.
No.
My cable won't reach.
Oh, okay. Well, Jeff, when you're ready to talk about it, we are here on Thursdays.
Thursday's only for 1 hour.
Our hour-long segment on Thursday.
Jeff, give me somebody to put on the list. Who do we need in this fighting game to represent the world?
To represent the world. I think there has to be a 3-red ring 360 console.
Okay.
We're gonna fight the console.
Like, it's
Yes.
an
So
So basically, you
it's
start
actually
the match,
console.
and it's alive for about 5 seconds, and then
Then you put a game and you want to play.
yeah. So basically, you have to.
Actually, that's the thing. It spits out like discs because it actually won't take it in the disc drive.
Well,
Okay.
there's basically
take
the,
it in its back door.
360 has what
Thor
would be
Jarl's
a
wife.
yeah. The 360 would basically be
Oh, no.
a contextual kill for you
back.
only, where everyone can turn it on, and as soon as you turn it on, but you have to be able to get to the button. As soon as you turn it on, then it dies.
It should have its back to you then, so it's fighting. It's got like controllers tethered by USBs fighting.
Yeah.
It'll
And you
fire,
gotta get to the
And
back.
incredibly expensive Wi-Fi.
it can potentially fire laser beams out of the 3 red rings.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, because once the 3 red rings come on, then it's over. Then you have to actually do the mini game to return to Microsoft.
Just as a side note, I think Nate should be some kind of cyborg.
No, he's got to be real Nate. Everybody else can be crazy.
It's
He can be
regular
real.
Nate
Alright.
with a tennis racket.
Here's what we'll do. We'll
God.
do cyborg Barack Obama.
Ooh, that's good.
You want
I like
Obama to be in our fighting
He
game?
throws blackberries.
Yeah, he won't give it up.
Sickle?
No. Actually, so you can't throw it. So he will hold on to it, but if you can knock it away from him, you take away all his power.
There you go.
So that's what you do.
And his health bar goes down.
Yeah.
And he loses the ability to do an instant kill.
How very Limbaugh of us.
Yeah. Let's see, who else we got to have in this thing? Other world leaders.
Did you watch that speech?
Yes.
I think
God.
I think the guy at the end of the game should be Abraham Lincoln. I think
That's
he should
the
be,
guy in charge of it all?
I think he should be the
Why?
ultimate
You're
boss.
right, Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah.
Hasn't he gone through enough?
Is it Abe Lincoln from back in the day or Abe Lincoln from Clone High? And this is the
Abe
continuation
Lincoln
of that.
from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Okay.
Yeah. There he goes. Which means we need Bill and Ted as the mini bosses before them. You fight them
Do
both
they
at the same
count as
time.
a 30?
They're in the 30. Yeah, they together are one of the 30.
Keep in mind, if we made
And you
too
have to
many,
fight at the Circle K. That's where their thing
Nice.
is.
That's
if
a
we
good
made too
level.
many
We do have to get that.
characters, we're starting to dilute the fighting mechanics.
We
and it's gonna be
said we
pretty
have 30
crazy.
characters.
We have 30 characters.
One,
That's
two,
already been
three, four,
established.
five, six,
Established at the
seven,
top
eight,
of the
nine.
thing.
We have
Oh,
9,
no.
including Bill and Ted, on one level.
That's good.
Want to just make 10 and then move on? We'll
Yeah.
start thinking of places to fight them.
That's good. 10th character. Who is going to be? And these will be the 10 that you start with, and then you can unlock the other characters.
Oh, good
which,
call, good
so we'll leave those hidden.
Okay.
We'll leave it up to the people that, if anybody actually creates this game, to decide who those people are.
We should fight those kids from Slumdog Millionaire.
I never watched that movie.
Well, I know, but you've seen them on TV, right? That these little kids who are from the slums who got paid
Yeah.
like $900, and then they were fighting the kids. There's
Okay.
3 of them, I think.
So there's like a horde
just-
of kids that you
or
fight?
just the
3
cast.
poor kids, yes.
Or just the cast of Watchmen.
no.
No.
No?
What?
We have too many American people
What's
represent
wah
us.
about that? Do you know the cast of Watchmen? They would make very good characters in a
No, they
fighting
wouldn't.
game. We've seen The End Is Nigh, how critically well received that game was.
All right.
Cricket.
You're off of
Cricket.
this. You're off the project.
Cricket.
We're
Cricket.
firing Ryan from
Who are you
creative,
talking about?
creative support.
Well, the second part was a total joke, but having the characters in a fighting game would be neat.
So
Except
are
for-
they the Watchmen characters, or are they the actors from the Watchmen?
That would actually be even funnier if it was just the actors and they had no superpowers. But no, I was actually referring to the characters themselves.
Cricket.
Well, you and I got in a fight about this.
Jeff, I swear to God, you are the one saying cricket. It doesn't make any sense. You guys can say something after I'm done
what the
talking.
hell is cricket?
Cricket means
Like-
he's
as in
trying to
crickets
simulate
chirping.
Oh.
cricket
like it's dead
sounds.
silence. There's tension in the podcast room today.
Why? Because I'm giving ideas and nobody's saying it.
I'm talking to you about it right now.
Okay, I appreciate it.
I forgot where I was going with my comment, though. We got derailed by cricket. We argued about this a while ago. You just said they'd have their superpowers, but then remember last time you bit my head off because I said that, and you're like, we don't have superpowers.
So are you actually calling Clements a liar
I
now?
am. Special segment.
Well, Dr. Manhattan has powers.
Mm-hmm.
All the other guys don't have powers, that's true. But they do have like little gadgets and abilities and skills. And like Ozymandias technically doesn't really have powers, but he is almost superhuman.
Yeah.
So
He's smart.
yeah, he's very smart.
I'm excited
also.
for that movie this weekend.
I am too.
Robert's trying not to sneeze.
There was a
Yeah,
major
try not to.
discrepancy between our UK and AU reviews, correct?
Of the movie?
Yes, of the movie.
I don't. If I like the movie, I don't read the review before I go see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was just one of them said really good things, another one said really bad things.
By the way, speaking of movies, did you guys watch the trailer for Public Enemies?
Not yet.
Don't watch it.
It pretty much spoils everything.
It's the entire movie.
Well,
and like
I don't even know what this movie is.
It's it's Michael Mann directing with Johnny Depp and Christian Bale,
Okay.
and it's about John Dillinger. Johnny Depp is John
okay.
Dillinger, and Christian Bale is whoever goes after him. Whatever. It looks awesome, but the trailer shows the entire movie.
Okay.
Don't watch the trailer. Public
The
service
trailer
announcement
an
to me.
hour and a half long.
No, I mean
No.
it's 2.5 minutes or whatever. But it shows
Start
the
to finish.
beginning and then where that
Yeah.
goes and then
yeah, it
where
pretty
that
much spoils
yeah,
everything
anyway.
that you could.
Yeah, so don't watch that, but go see the movie. All right, we're looking at about 10-minute mark, I guess, now. So let's get on with the show. Anybody have anything to add to the fighting game before
Make our game.
we get on?
Yeah, make some good levels. We'll fight. There should be the IGN office level.
Yeah,
There should
Circle
be
K's for Bill and Ted.
Circle K, Antarctica for the penguin and
There
polar
has to
bear.
be the National
Yeah.
Mall if we're going to fight like
National
Obama
Mall.
and okay. Where should now I got to go Obama and Lincoln. Where should they? So
Right
you're
in
saying
front of
National
the-
Mall for the finale against Lincoln?
No, right in front of
Well, it would
his
have to
right in
be
front
for
of his
Lincoln.
statue.
Yeah, Lincoln should fight right in front of his statue.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, but
his,
that is, like,
his
part of the
base
National
is
Mall.
actually
It is-
inside of the statue.
Okay.
So the
And then-
Lincoln Monument is.
Yeah.
So Obama's the National Mall and Lincoln is the.
I'm just
the Lincoln
picturing
Monument.
like the base of the statue opening up with like hydraulic steam pours out.
Yep.
That, or he just walks off the monument and goes, "Come here, let's go." And
He
then,
forms into a real person. He's
There
a
you go.
gargoyle. There we go. Lincoln is a gargoyle.
Remember Gremlins 2 when that gremlin that could fly got into the concrete and then went up and became. He
I
became
don't
a
remember Gremlins 2 whatsoever.
Oh, man, you're missing out.
and Gizmo had the little
saw the
Barbie
first one a
dream
billion
car or
times.
something like that.
Yeah. He did
Racing
the little
around.
Rambo thing.
Yeah,
All right.
Rambo.
All right, let's get on with the show. Time for some reader mail.
Mail call.
Read a mail. Train mail. Mailman.
Maelstrom.
Bring me your mail.
Let's see.
Bring them to you.
First
Roper
piece of
has to
mail.
read them.
Oh, snap.
First piece of mail comes from podcast friend Jeff Ramsaroop.
Jeff
Ramsaroop.
Ramsaroop.
He says Criterion is obviously trying to keep people playing Burnout by adding value through DLC. What would you like to see them add to Paradise now? Anybody?
I'm done. I think I'm done with Burnout. Now that I got my flying car and my Ecto 1, I'm done.
Man, I actually had a good idea. I put this out because I had a good idea when I read it in the
Oh,
beginning.
no.
And now I can't remember what my idea is.
You know what? Attention.
I could actually see them expanding to another city.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't that be the next one? That'd be Burnout. Whatever.
I know what it is I want to see. I want to see the crash mode from Burnout 2 be added as DLC to Paradise.
I see.
You'd have,
that
you know,
where
I mean, it wouldn't take those intersections, but you'd have the same setup. It would put you in a car, countdown, you just drive straight, you crash, you don't have any control over your car afterwards, or maybe you still have control, but you don't have the power ups from 3. Basically, meld 2 and 3 together, and there it is. Because the crash mode in Paradise is okay, but it's nothing compared to the one that was in 2.
Yeah.
and
I remember
part to
really
3.
loving that crash
So
mode.
if crash
Yeah.
mode came back, that would be the business for me. I'd play it forever. Dom OSX says, "What is everyone's favorite non-Sony piece of hardware, whether it be handheld or console, this generation?"
So, the Wii or 360 or DS?
Yeah,
Or
I
iPhone.
guess.
or yeah, I mean, if you want to count the iPhone.
Well, iPhone's
only-
my
but only
everything.
for gaming.
Oh, then yeah, 360.
Yeah, then 360 is the easy pick for that one. I mean, I guess if you want to count the PC,
My
kind
PC.
No.
of. But I mean, 360 is the pick.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. WS0102 says, "What was the game that got you into gaming? For him, it was Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Genesis. What was it for you?"
Ooh, that's a really good question.
I like it. Greg.
Mine was
I like this
Ghostbusters.
question.
Yeah?
I had never I was a Ghostbuster freak, obviously, as you all know, and am still today, and had never really heard much about games at all. But when we were walking through Toys R Us, we walked down the video game aisle, and I saw the Ghostbuster box for Sega Master System, and pointed at it and said, "I want that for my birthday." And I got it, and I never looked back.
There it is. Ryan?
Wow. I actually do remember this. It was when I was a little kid, and it was an old computer game where you took a sub, and the submarine was slowly descending into a narrowing corridor, and all you could do was control the height, and then I think you could shoot as well. And so my father and I would play it. I would sit on his lap, and he would control like the up and down, and I would press the button for shooting. That was one of the first games I ever played.
That's pretty good,
Fond
Jeff.
memories.
Pac-Man. Atari 2600.
Oh God.
Did you have Pac-Man fever?
No.
Pac-Man Viva.
For me, I grew up with a 2600 before I can remember anything.
Yeah.
But the thing that got me into gaming, I guess, I mean, I was playing that on and off, but it's 2600 wasn't all that great. Comparatively, whatever.
It was fun.
It was
at the time.
fun,
It's
but
just-
it wasn't like that major leap in. I will be doing this forever.
Right.
Super Mario Brothers. Although here's a kind of crazy story. Is I went and bought a Nintendo. Basically, I was on a basketball team when I was like 10 or whatever that was, and these kids were talking about Super Mario Brothers. Like, you got to go in the castle, and you go down the pipes, and then you find the star. And I'm like, what are you talking about? All I'd ever seen was a 2600 with it fits like 10 blocks on the screen. I'm like, this sounds amazing. So I went out, got a Nintendo. I think it was for my birthday one year, whatever it was, and brought it home, and the system was busted. And it would not play Super Mario Brothers. Basically, the main screen would just keep resetting. But I didn't know if it was the game that was busted or the system. So I convinced my mom to let me go out and I got Goonies 2 for it and put that in there. Goonies 2 I could play, and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And I could play Punch-Out for about half an hour before it would crash. But Goonies 2 played fine. And so that was like the game that I thought the game looked real. I was like, man, this is so amazing. That's Chunk. Yeah, so Goonies 2 was kind of the main thing that drew me in.
So what did you do? Did you just struggle on with the broken NES? Or did
No,
you go
I
fix-
eventually returned. I was like, games aren't working. I had to return to whatever, and I didn't have it for like 2 weeks. But so that was that. And then the game that got me into PC gaming, I remember very well. I had PC juniors playing some crap, but the one that like drew me over to PC gaming can be awesome was King's Quest 4. So I remember kids in middle school turned me on that game. So King's Quest was the business. There we go.
Little Roper. Just picturing you running
that'd
around
be awesome.
programming stuff.
I just picture him like just now shrunken in a basketball jersey, but no 5 o'clock shadow.
Yep.
I want to see. That's it.
I got to see pics from your childhood.
You saw that one?
Bring them in. Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, at your house, but you were a baby, so like that wasn't really. You weren't really. Yeah.
Yeah. Justin 9427 says. His question is, who do you think will purchase the Mortal Kombat franchise? See, we're coming back to what I was talking about
there we
before.
go.
See, I was prepared. Who do you think will purchase the Mortal Kombat franchise now that Midway is selling it? Who would you like to buy it if Midway can't keep it? I'm guessing, I have a very strong hint at this, is that EA will buy it.
You think so? Oh,
EA buys all kinds of people. And I'm thinking as soon as it goes up for grabs, EA doesn't have a good fighting game. They don't have really any fighting game.
Well, the last one was like Thrill Kill and then Icon.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have like
I have that disc
I mean, they
on
have
my
Def
desk.
Jam, but Icon didn't turn out so well. And,
No.
and EA, I'm sure, would like to have a straight-up fighting game, classic fighting game. Mortal Kombat would be great for them. They're getting into more M-rated games. Those are selling well for them. I think it's a perfect fit for them. They can take it crazy. EA has all kinds of licenses. They got the power to get all kinds of stuff that nobody else can really afford. I mean, I think it's a perfect fit for EA.
That's true. Although, like, you could also see something like Capcom doing like a Capcom versus Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat, or like Activision doing it with like Marvel versus X-Men kind of a thing.
I would think Activision because they're all about this annual franchise business.
Yeah,
That's
something
another
they
good
can
call.
put out every year.
Yeah. Activision's another good call.
I think it could be either one of those that could pick it up and run with it.
Yeah.
Clearly, Square Enix is just going to buy them up too.
True.
I see. So I have
Put
Mortal
out
Kombat
Mortal
RPG.
What, Bushido Blade and Mortal Kombat?
with Lara Croft in
Who
there.
would you want to see take? I mean, it was who we were thinking about who we'd want to.
Um,
I don't want to jinx it, but Ed Boon and I are putting an offer on the table to buy Mortal Kombat.
There
so
you
we'll
go.
see what happens.
You got about $30 in the bank, right?
Totally.
You might be able to get it. Yeah, you might be able to get it. Let's see.
We're gonna work it off with some odd jobs around Midway.
Is that it?
Clean their dishes.
Pick it up with a fire sale.
Dopalicious writes in. He says,
Delicious.
"Fat Princess, what's the latest? I haven't heard anything about it in a while, but I'm still totally hyped for it."
Oh wow, yeah, I haven't thought about that in a while.
We sold
as well.
Ryan's soul for it, but we did not get it.
Oh no!
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew I felt empty inside.
Yeah, I'm thinking GDC.
That's actually a good thing.
Possible.
I made a prediction about this before when we did our prediction piece, and I don't want to say it because I don't think it's right.
The last time.
Well, it's not because I don't think it's right. I don't remember it, and I don't want to double. That sounds
yeah,
like I'm
gotcha.
double talking.
You don't want to
All
be special segment liar.
right. I want to say I was right on Patapon. I said May for Patapon, and that's what it turned out to be.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm up on all you.
Nice.
Good. I think the last time that we saw it, when we saw it at E3, they were saying it was supposed to be give or take about second quarter this year, right?
I thought it
So-
was supposed to be first quarter. I thought they were trying to do spring, weren't they?
No, they were pushing it back to spring
Well, anyway,
summer.
so you figure it'd be out by say June-ish. So you figure GDC would be a great time to show it off.
Yeah.
So maybe then. Achilles001 says, Are any of you excited for Blaze Blue and King of Fighters 12? They released this summer in Japan, and both are must imports for me. Woo! Ryan's very excited.
Yeah.
Ryan, what do we have going up on PS3 today?
Oh, man! We have a pretty big deal with Blaze Blue going on today. Oh, which is probably, I guess by the time this is published,
so it's
it'll
fine.
soon be after.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, it's a big, like, kind of announcement sort of thing. I mean, everybody knew the game was coming here, but
I did not.
Now we have official confirmation as well as the official hands-on for Blaze Blue extensively, because I've been playing that game for a while.
PS3.ign.com.
There it is. Blaze Blue coming.
So check it
coming
out.
to your face.
With a vengeance.
Comes straight to your face.
Daniel writes in and says, what do you think is the biggest improvement in this generation of consoles over the last one?
Online.
Yeah, the online stores, being able to download games.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just visual fidelity for me. I still remember the first time I saw Gears of War running on my friend's HD TV. I was like, it's going to melt my eyes. And then it did.
Jeff?
I'm just still trying to deal with that melt my eyes thing.
Jeff is,
no.
You know what Jeff is today? He is the Joaquin Phoenix of Podcast Beyond today.
How dare you?
It's
You know
true.
what? If Greg's pee my pants thing was true, I'd come over and put them on your head. How dare you, sir? If it were
It's
even true,
true,
which
though.
it is not.
Every
How
time-
dare you? Good day,
We all-
Clements.
we all know
Good
it's-
day to you,
we
sir.
all know it's not
Vampire
true.
strike!
Jeff's coming out of his shell like the
You
Ninja
been-
Turtles.
Vampire struck.
We know it's not true, but every time we've asked you something, you're like, well, I don't know. I'm kind of
Does he have a British accent?
Yeah, apparently I've got a British accent now. My beard is that of a mountain man.
The MLB, the show is quite a
I didn't say
rather
you.
good time.
I didn't say you physically resemble him.
Let's take a vote here real fast. Who thinks Joaquin Phoenix is playing
he's
a
totally
role
faking.
or he's real? I think it's got to be a character.
Yeah,
You think it's
totally.
character,
Yeah.
Ryan?
I was sort of convinced it was real from a few things that happened during that segment, but
Okay.
I suppose it could have been a bit.
No,
So
because
you think it's real?
it's already been confirmed that Casey Affleck's following him around filming.
Yeah, that's also
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
yeah.
it's totally fake.
There's got to be some. Although the one thing that I think is totally real about it was that fall off the stage. Like, there's no way that you
He
could.
fell
like,
off the stage. I didn't see
Yeah,
that part.
oh god, yeah. He like clipped his head on the back of a stage in Vegas. He was like doing a performance, and then he walked off the stage, misjudged it, and slipped, and his head just like
Oh,
completely slammed right into the back of the.
So that was definitely an act then? How do we think he's playing a character for an upcoming project or
There's
something?
Probably
there's
like
a
a
rumor
reality
that
thing or
Casey Affleck's
something.
following him around. They're going to make out like a mockumentary about
Yeah.
him trying to get into the rap career or whatever and all that crap.
There you go. Let's see. Aaron writes in and says,
You conspire against us.
says, I was wondering if I should buy a PSP or not because the new PSP, rumored, the newest PSP is coming and the UMDs will be useless. What should I do? Here's my take, is if you have the money for it and you're interested in the games like Patapon 2 and Rock Band for PSP and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, go get it. And if you're tight on cash, I would say wait until E3. If you don't have a whole lot of money and you're kind of on the line, wait until E3. And if not, if you got extra cash, go get it.
Yeah, so that's a good.
Yeah.
If you like good PSP games, you probably should check out psp.ign.com at 2 in the morning on Tuesday.
There you go.
Well, that's 2 in the morning Pacific.
Standard.
Yeah. If it's 5 in the morning in New York, you're welcome to go check it out.
There you go. Last piece of mail that I got comes from Leo the Ludo. Says he currently lives in 2 different places. I don't know how he does that. I don't know if he means
He can
simultaneously.
split into
like,
two
yeah,
people?
I don't know if he goes back and forth or if he
Maybe
actually
he commutes.
dual existence. But he says, he only has a PS3 in one of his flats. Can he buy a second one and log in using his same PSN ID on both systems?
Yes.
He doesn't want to spread his trophies thin over 2 different IDs. And what about his PSN games that he's already downloaded? Can he download them again and play them on the same account on both machines?
Yes,
So,
on all things.
yes, you can have your ID on multiple accounts.
We do.
Yeah, we have, some of us have, a lot of us have 3 different accounts on 3 of them, or the same account on 3 different systems. You can upload your trophies, just, kind of upload them and they'll carry over. That's fine. Save games might be an issue for you. To
Yeah,
just make
you
sure
gotta have a flash drive or something. Even your PSP memory stick, you can copy around. However, a lot of them are profile protected
and they
and
won't
won't
let you
let
do
you
it.
transfer them.
Yeah, so expect
Like
to,
Killzone 2, you wouldn't be able to take that
so
stuff
expect
over.
to put all
Right.
your time in on one game on one system and play different games on a different system. As far as downloadable stuff goes, you can download stuff again. You can do it up to 5 times. I
5
believe
times,
the
yeah.
number is. Some games, such as I think Wipeout might do this, but definitely Gran Turismo 5 Prologue, a couple other things will, if you download it and then you download it on another console and play it there, it basically will lock out the other console for 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's meant so that people that are doing what they call sharing, which is illegal, by the way, are downloading, they're sharing their ID and people are downloading the game to 5 different people or whatever. It prevents them from playing the same game at the same time. You basically have to wait till the, dry off period or whatever you want to call it. So if you want to, you might not be able to play a game back to back, but a lot of the games you'll be able to, and, it'll work fine for you. So there you go. That's all I've got. Does anybody else have anything to add?
Word.
Nope. There it is. Greg adds word. I have a new segment that I want to try to introduce here. I'm going to keep this kind of fast. See if anybody likes this. Tell me whether you hate it or not. So 2 days ago, I went and signed up for a Twitter account. I think it's kind of
What's your name?
It's Chris_Roper. So you can find me on there easily.
Creative.
I don't know that I'm really going to ever use it for anything. But what I have found it useful for is following celebrities. Lots of celebrities have Twitter accounts. So what I did was I went on there and I added a bunch of celebrities so I can follow what they're doing. So I'm going to call this a Celebrity Minute. I'm going to tell you the stuff that I saw this morning. So I have Rainn Wilson from The Office on there and Michael Ian Black and Richard Branson, the guy that owns Virgin.
Yeah.
And Bill Gates is on my thing and Ashton Kutcher and a bunch of people, all right? John Mayer. So I have all these random people I'm following. MC Hammer, he's a big one on there. He likes on Twitter. Go ahead, Ryan.
I was just going to say, did you want an opening theme song?
Yeah, let's do an opening theme song.
It's a Celebrity Minute. You gotta know what's going on all the time.
So I'm gonna tell you the craziest stuff that people are saying. This morning, for instance, Ashton Kutcher was looking for an audio cable to listen to some music. Let's see what's on here right now. Michael Ian Black thinks that we're going to be cavemen together pretty soon.
Wait, you and him personally, or everyone on Earth?
No, Michael Ian Black.
Okay.
Tay Zonde of Chocolate Rain fame.
Yes.
He was a morning till night. Let's see. He's tired all the time. He either has a tumor or needs some vitamins. That's good.
Oh God.
Let's see. Kelly Kapoor. That's how she's listed in here. I assume it's the correct actress because Rainn Wilson follows her. Says she found a bag of Sour Patch Kids underneath her bed this morning. It's her best day ever. Ashton Kutcher's reporting on Cowboys letting go of T.O. Let's see. Ryan Seacrest says that Diddy called in to his show and that Chris Brown and Rihanna are being reunited at the Miami pad or whatever.
Ooh, very interesting. I never
see.
actually followed up.
Rihanna, get your crap together and dump him.
And last thing I'll mention here is that Will Wheaton hopes that one day his shower will not change temperatures while he's in it.
Who's Will Wheaton?
He was Wesley on
Wesley
Star Trek
Crusher.
Next Generation.
Yeah.
There you go. He's a big tech guy.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, so there's your Celebrity Minute.
I have not seen that guy anywhere since Star Trek.
That's insane.
It's a Celebrity
Yeah.
Minute.
Anyway, so there you go. We'll see how that one sticks.
That's insane.
Maybe I'll just look through before the show, and if anybody does anything crazy, then I'll say it. And then,
Okay.
Anyway, but
Indeed.
I think we'll find some interesting. I think the audio cable from Ashton Kutcher was interesting this morning, and the
for
Sour
sure.
Patch Kids are good to know.
That was
Kelly
fun.
Kapoor likes Sour Patch Kids. If you want to send her anything good, send her some Sour Patch Kids.
There you go.
Now you know, knowing exactly.
Or steal kids and send them to her.
Steal kids?
Yep.
Put
Like
some
actual
sour
children.
stuff on them.
I watched Changeling last night, and that is not an uplifting movie.
Okay, so here's another change that people wanted. They want to know what games we're playing. Basically, a while ago we did Around the Room. We'd go around and talk about all kinds of different things we're playing. So we're going to kind of change it slightly. Instead of talking about music and books and all that kind of crap we're reading, because nobody here reads, except for Greg, maybe.
Yeah, right. I'm the biggest idiot on the team.
Exactly.
Don't say that.
It's true, right?
So anyway,
I don't like when you say that.
But we
No.
are. But let's go around and talk about what games we're playing and whatever you can say about them real fast about what you're doing. I myself am playing Monopoly.
Monopoly.
EA's Monopoly game for review. I could post that up on Tuesday-ish, give or take. But
you can't
I'm
say
impressed by it. I think it's really fun. No online play sucks, but
Real
I
quick,
think it's cool.
I'm pretty sure you're not playing Monopoly.
Why?
Because aren't you playing Trivial Pursuit?
Oh, sorry. Trivial Pursuit. Long board
I
game.
knew that sounded weird. I was
I'm
like, I haven't seen him play Monopoly at
That
all.
was
Like,
one of the-
when are you playing this
That
Monopoly?
was one of those
that I'm
things
not
where I just
seeing?
kept saying it without actually
Thinking-
fact-checking
yeah,
in my head.
yeah, I understand.
But yeah, no, you're correct. I'm
Internal
playing Trivial
fact-checking.
Pursuit, not Monopoly.
They're so similar.
I'm like, I keep answering questions correctly, but I'm not winning any properties. What's happening? Anyway, Trivial Pursuit's fun. Greg, what are you playing?
So everybody knows I went out of town last weekend when Killzone came out. Very sad. However, when we got back in town on Sunday, Katie immediately left on a trip. So all Sunday I played Killzone. All Monday night I
love
played
it.
Killzone. All Tuesday night I played, and I'm only playing multiplayer. I do love it. And
Love it.
then so I had to take a break from leveling up like crazy last night though to beat Resistance Retribution on the PSP.
There you go.
Yep.
We'll hear about that soon.
Yep.
Ryan, what are you playing?
I just finished up Phantasy Star Portable, and you'll be seeing a review of that very soon, as in today, when this podcast goes up.
Very good. And you have mentioned that you've been playing Blaze Blue. For
Yes,
the preview today.
but I mean, yes, but that's a very early build, but it's still a lot of fun.
Right. There you
Keeping
go.
up with Ryan Clements one more time, I think it's worth mentioning that you have quit. You've put down your sword in the fight against Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, that's actually a sad moment for me.
I know. That's why I think we should
because
talk about it.
Mirror's Edge
we're
was
a team, Jeff. When one of us is hurting, we talk about it.
I'm always willing to open up my feelings to Beyond. But Mirror's Edge, one of my favorite games last year, as you guys know. I was very dedicated to getting a platinum trophy, and I invested ridiculous amount of time, energy, and swearing into that game. And
We all know swearing costs a lot.
Yes, and I just can't.
He's also given up swearing.
Yes, in the office anyway. I slip up sometimes, but I've been trying to get rid of it.
Interesting. Why?
I don't know. I just
to do it?
Yeah.
The betterment of Ryan Clements.
Yes, the overall. And Greg says he wants to ruin any time when I want to better myself.
I don't like it. I want to bring everybody down to my level.
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge. Here's a anti just the tip is ridiculously difficult to get a platinum on. You have to not only play that game about 3 times all the way through, but you have to be perfect every time you play, because to get qualifying times and speed runs and time trials is absurd. Like it took me 6 hours or so to do one level and qualify for the time. It's absurd. So I gave up.
I enjoy this. This would be a cool segment. Or we should just chime in with once in a while. I am going to get a platinum in Infamous and Ghostbusters, no matter how hard they are.
Yeah?
Yes.
There you go.
Moving on. Sorry.
Be careful,
What
though.
if Infamous's platinum says,
I know.
beat the game without touching your controller?
That would be tough, but I think I could do it.
You can think you can do it?
Yeah.
See,
All right,
that's
we'll
the
see.
thing, is that I think that people in general have to draw a line between when they stop enjoying the game that they love and
Just to
start
grind.
obsessing over it. Because I started disliking Mirror's Edge towards the tail end of that
Ryan,
quest.
what you're going through right now is called denial. We will help you work through this.
That's what we do,
but
Jeff.
You're really on step 2 of 12.
Yeah.
Next, you will come to acceptance that trophies are awesome.
No, isn't bargaining?
No,
Bargaining will be next. Yes, that's right. Bargaining is part 3. I will trade you trophies, which we all know is impossible.
I still like trophies.
Anger,
I'm saying that
denial.
at some point
Denial.
you have to...
You're still in denial.
Okay.
That's it.
I think you are a terrible therapist.
I am the greatest therapist that's ever existed on Podcast Beyond, talking right now.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Jeff, what are you playing right now?
First of all, Greg, my feelings are a big, dark pit.
We want to help
Secondly-
you out of it, Jeff.
Yeah.
Never. I like being in my pit. Anyway, I've been playing...
Just a bit.
yes, just a bit. I've been playing a lot of MLB The
Puts
Show.
the lotion on its skin.
Wow. Okay,
Oh,
Greg's
man.
turning into Buffalo Bill in
That's
the
Jeff's
corner.
pit. That's Jeff's pit. That's when he screams at his feelings.
Jesus. I've been playing a lot of MLB The Show just to finish up the reviews because we got it
Because now you're playing
last
the PS2
week.
and PSP games.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we got it just last week, and we got the PS2, PSP ones a little bit later than the PS3 ones, so now I'm just working my way through that.
There you go. Let's see what else we got on here. PSN hit of the week. I got a quick one right here. Let's do it to, where's his name? Daniel. He wanted to know what the biggest improvements to the consoles of the last generation was. He included a PSN ID. I like it. I think that he should be awarded. Not necessarily. Maybe people will hate this. But the thing is, ironically, he's going to have to read the message that you sent to him. His PSN ID is, I hate reading 369.
Wait, we've done it. Or did he just...
Whatever.
Mess.
We're sending it to him again.
All right.
PSN hit confirmed.
Maybe
There
reconfirm.
you go.
Ryan has some interference going on. Ryan, shut off your system. Shut down.
This podcast is also crazy, just like last week.
Oh, there we go. Brand new special segment, Liar. Who's a liar?
We had somebody in the show earlier.
I forgot what it was.
I think it might have been Jeff.
Doesn't matter.
No, I think it was
Whatever.
you calling out Ryan because of this.
Oh, right, the
the
Watchmen
powers
deal.
and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, there you go. You're a liar. Done.
Wait, what?
You're the liar.
Hold on.
Which means that you
are a liar.
Which means that you would be a
Vampire.
liar
That's
for calling
right.
me the liar
Wait,
first.
I was no. Well, I said I think. I didn't say I know. Whatever.
Oh,
I hate
here's
special
a really
segment
good
liar.
question that I would seriously like to propose to you guys.
Yeah.
All
Ready?
right. Yes.
If you had the opportunity to be so, would you be a vampire?
No.
Yes.
No?
Ooh.
Yes?
I've thought about
Jeff
this a
says
couple
yes.
times before.
Why? Why would you want to be a vampire?
Immortality.
That's the
Overrated.
part I don't
Overrated.
enjoy.
Jeff, you hate life. You're putting your feelings in a pit. What do you want to live for?
because I can do whatever the hell I wanted and I won't have to interact with
Except
people
go out in
or
the
just-
sun.
So the
That's
sun's.
true.
Why would I need the sun
miss
if
the
I could
sun.
go out at night?
I would like the powers, like the super strength and turning into mist and bats, but I would not like the sun. And it's true. That's
I know,
what
it's good.
vampires
It's
can
good.
do.
Well, sometimes. Buffy,
Yeah.
in Buffy, they couldn't turn into anything like
Yeah.
Mr. Bats.
Well, I'm talking classic vampire.
Okay.
I would like to have the giant collar.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. I already like popping
You know, you can
collars.
just wear it now.
I-
Yeah, I could.
You don't have to be a vampire to do that.
In Vampire, when you're a vampire, nobody questions it. I guess. Is the
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
thing.
So, but I would not like the whole. I'm assuming you actually lose your soul when you become a vampire or something to
Souls
that
are
effect.
overrated.
killing people.
So I would prefer not to get
But
that
see,
part.
you've already lost your soul.
Yeah,
we,
your
we
soul's
sold it
gone
for Fat
already.
Princess.
Well,
So-
we never got the product.
Souls
though.
are overrated.
Remember,
it was-
it's in
my
limbo.
soul is actually in limbo somewhere.
It's like a very, very, very elongated
It's on
eBay
hold.
sale
It's on
where we've
hold.
already
Okay.
paid
Okay.
for it, but they're not shipping it yet.
My soul's on hold at GameStop.
I sold something on eBay the other day, and I didn't immediately comment on the kid. I know I rarely
Yeah.
use my eBay except for when I'm selling stuff. So I
Yeah.
sold something the other day on eBay, and I went into today to check it out. I'm like, oh, I forgot to leave feedback. This kid had emailed me every day. I had like
Yeah.
7 emails of him like, hey, please don't forget to leave feedback. Blah, blah,
Yep.
blah.
Dude, my wife sells stuff on eBay all the time. She you can get a lot of kids' toys on there, so she's buying and selling
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. And man, people on there are very specific about things they do that aren't like people send little shipping notes that you cut out and you put like certain things on there, and there's all these like things that unless you start selling a bunch of stuff, you won't ever get it. But everybody expects that you will know how to do this.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like going into a forum that you've never been to before, and everybody's regular users are posting 100 times a
You
day, and then
noob.
you ask something, they're like, "You're a noob. You get minus."
It's like the soup Nazi in Seinfeld.
There you go.
Very
It's like-
particular.
Yeah, it's like the Soup Nazi. Moving on with the show. Do we have any update from Beast?
Yeah, we do actually. We are back in action, says Beast. The PS3 Community Challenge winner in a game of Killzone 2, of course, is the Noobinator. _Noobinator. And then he also is looking forward to the clan match tonight because I believe you mentioned
Speaking
something about
of
that.
which, it's time for Editor Beatdown. It's back with a furious vengeance from Ryan Clements. As I said, I've been playing Killzone 2 multiplayer nonstop, solely ignoring single player since I already beat it. And the thing is that we have quite the community here at IGN, if you didn't know, of kids who love Killzone 2 and love PlayStation 3. So literally every night I've been playing with the readers because they are nice enough to make a room at some point in the day. So if you ever want to play Killzone 2, you need to go to the IGN general board, the IGN PS3 general board. You can get to it by clicking on message boards on ps3.ign.com or just getting to it however. And there will be some kind of information in there. My good friend and clan mate, Mama's _boy has trying to keep an IGN Beyond, that's the title of the room, going at all times. If that's not running, usually there's a room titled IGN PS3 GB with the password Beyond. So there's always some kind of IGN thing to get on there and play with like-minded individuals who love IGN and are smart. Getting to the point of clans, though, as I have told you many times, we were going to make Killzone 2 clan. It has been recreated. It is completely full of people already. So if you're trying to get into the Podcast Beyond clan, it is currently full. I'm sorry. Please stop PSN messaging me unless you are one of the famed commenters we get all the time. IMAC I guess most people are already in it. But if you're somebody who comments all the time
you
on
can
the
only
show,
name one person.
well, no,
IMAC
I was going to say a
and
couple
all
other
them.
people, but they're in it. But I know for a fact some people haven't made it in. So if you haven't made it in, drop me a message because I know there are kids on the thing who have dropped out since and not accepted their invite, right? So they're still holding up that spot, but they're not in it. Because the thing was that the board had already made an IGN group. I told them, they yelled at me for making another one. I said, no, I said I was going to do this first, so you need to disband. Jokingly, then they really disbanded their clan. However, there is another IGN clan then you can now come join. It's being led by Green Machine Dash. That's Green Machine hyphen GREEN Machine hyphen. You can PSN him. You'll get in the other IGN clan. There'll be clan versus clan matches all the time there. So let's summarize everybody real quick, okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, this is a lot of information, but it's been a huge week for Killzone 2. We're always playing online, so come play Killzone 2 with IGN fans. Go to the PS3 board. You can find us there. Tonight is the first IGN Podcast Beyond clan match. We are going up against Big Boss X Hunters clan, another frequent Podcast Beyond poster. You can come in if you're a clan member. It is at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be crazy. Tomorrow, Friday, we are doing Editor Beatdown with Killzone 2. We never really decided on that time. What's good for everybody? After publish, you want to say 4:30?
Yeah, sounds good.
4:30 Pacific Standard Time. I will create a room, post it on the general board, and now everybody can see it. So just go to the general board. You don't have to comment to say you're coming. Just come. I think I've covered everything about Killzone 2. However,
You've been doing a lot of slamming of the fist.
well, I feel like I hate that I've just dominated the show here, but there's a lot to say. This is important, right, Rope?
Yeah,
Done
yeah.
all right? All right, good. There's also
It's been a long time coming.
Editor Drink Down. If you are in
Yes.
San Francisco, Saturday we are holding the first ever IGN meet and greet where the editors are getting together, going to a bar, and hopefully meeting you if you want to come out and meet us. It is at Zeitgeist in the Mission District of San Francisco. It's at 2 p.m. on Saturday. It is a bar. You need to be 21. Even if it rains, there's an inside. Come
And
on, come on.
To be clear, this is not just Beyond. It's all
Correct, yeah.
Whoever from IGN can
Confirmed
get there.
editors include Damon Hatfield, Ryan Geddes. We'll get to Ryan Clements in 1 second. Yeah, Craig Harris. Jeff, you
Yourself.
gonna come? Yeah, I'm coming, of course.
I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah.
He's in a pit.
Yeah, you'll be listening to pit all day long playing. Anyways, Ryan Clements.
Uh-huh.
Why
Hi.
might you not come?
I might not come because Saturday is the only day that I get all my stuff done, like all my chores, all my shopping, everything that I
Shopping
need
and
to
laundry.
do.
Are you a 74-year-old woman?
Yes, obviously.
Come on, dude.
What do you do on Sunday that can't let you do that?
Well, I like having Sunday as free time because you have to go to work the next day.
Why
and
don't
I
you just
like
swap the two?
I don't like saving all my work till the
Why
end of the
don't you
weekend.
get up at 8 in the morning and do all your laundry and shopping
I mean,
then?
what I'm thinking
It's
is
at
that I
2
would just.
o'clock. I mean, you're
yeah,
gonna
what
get
I'm
home by
thinking is I
6:30.
just might wake up earlier, and I mean, you don't realize how much stuff I do around my house. I
assume it's the same crap I have to do.
I keep a very clean
Dishes,
home.
laundry.
I do laundry, dishes,
Here's the
grocery
thing.
shopping.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Alright,
Stop
so
making
we
a
all-
mess. You don't have to clean it up.
Spread it out. Go tonight grocery shopping.
There it is.
But then I won't have enough groceries for much later in the week.
Go
Then
to
you make
Costco
one
and buy.
special treat.
Go to Costco and buy the 328 packs of ketchup.
There you go.
And then
I
you'll be
once
fine.
I once was retarded in college, and I bought bagels at Walmart, 12 bagels, and then we went to Sam's Club, and I bought a giant thing of Easy Mac, which was a good purchase. But then I went and bought 50 individual packets of cream cheese that I probably ate 4 of before the bagels went bad and the cream cheese went bad.
That's good.
I'm dumb.
Anyway,
See, that's back
you're
to what I'm
not.
saying.
I don't like when you say that,
That's
but
true.
I will try and come. Yes.
There you go. Okay, Jeff has a sports university update, whatever hell. Whatever the hell.
Whatever the hell.
I don't know what the hell it's called these days. A lot of people wrote in, said the segment was too long. I've been agreeing on that for a long time. Here's
Which
what
is
we're
why
doing.
we chopped it last week to a shorter period.
Okay, Jeff, when I say go, you will have 60 seconds to wrap up everything else. Here's what we're doing. Jeff has 60 seconds to do the thing. I will cut off his microphone. He's number 2. Any seconds that he does not use in 1 week rolls over. We're doing AT&T
Oh,
here.
wow.
Rolls over to the next week, although I'm not going to do math and let it roll over to a second week. So these seconds he doesn't use this week will be good next week, but not the following week.
Real quick, even if your segment doesn't make it on Beyond University, keep on sending emails and photos because we are now updating the Podcast Beyond fan board, which we started with Parker the Turtle and never really updated. But today, we put up all sorts of pictures of the baby with the controller, that girl's ass. It's
Yeah.
good times.
There we go. All right, Jeff, are you ready?
Sure, why not?
1, 2, 3. You're going on 5, 4, 5.
All right, Little Baller lost the championship conference game, but they got the number 1 seed in the ECAC tournament. They won the first round. They play the semifinal round on Saturday. If they win, they play Sunday afternoon for the championship game.
Little baller.
The Beyond Fencer wrote in to say that the Floridors finished their tournament undefeated. He's now
Floridor?
learning Kendo, and he waved the banner Beyond proudly as they accepted their grand victory.
Awesome.
We now have an official comic creator artist of Beyond for the Beyond University. His name is Steven Strom. He sent in Greg the Beyonder as the first piece. He said he's going to frame all the originals and send them to us when he's done.
Awesome.
Now, linking back to last week where we had the whole thing about the undead robot zombie apocalypse thing, we now have our first 2 robots to fend off against these things. It's robot versus robot.
I saw
The
that.
Pineview Engineering Club said that they would give their battle bot, Copperhead 3, the defending middleweight national champion in the high school division, to us as well as the second machine that they're
Wait, they're
building.
going to give us a robot?
They're now the official podcast Beyond Robots.
That is awesome.
And finally, we have the first third-party...
You're done. That was 1 minute.
What was the last one?
No, it's over. It's over. You, time is short. You will.
I
You
don't
will,
care.
You will learn. It's okay. Anyway,
Someone's
there we go.
writing a thesis, and they're
No, Ryan, you're number 3. You're out. Ryan's out for the rest of the podcast. Till the song comes
Yep,
on.
all right.
Ryan, say something.
See, I already started...
Yeah, Ryan's out of the
he's
thing.
done.
He's done.
Shunned.
Let's see. Do we have anybody else? Blah.
Wait, is Jeff on here, but I'm not now?
I
Jeff's
didn't
on-
continue the segment.
Jeff played
he's-
by the rules.
He played by the rules. He stopped talking.
I was trying to just defend Jeff because he's in a pit, so I guess we're not really...
We can't help him. We've tried.
Yeah.
No, but see, we let him back in because he was in the pit. He's feeling bad. You're doing fine.
Yeah,
You're doing
yeah.
grocery shopping on Saturday. You're cool. Everything's good with you, so you're out of the podcast now. You tried to break the rules.
I could see Ryan in one
Bring
of
the
those
rules.
babushkas and like the the long overcoats, rolling his little thing through there,
rolling a cart.
picking up his raisin bran,
It's
putting it in
good
the
for
cart.
bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's potato.
Yeah, you'll come back in for the song. Are we at the? We might be back at the. We might be at the song right now.
Yeah,
Does anybody have
we're
anything
done.
else to add?
No, Kills on Clan.
Maybe I don't
Clan
want
match
to
tonight.
No,
Come on,
not
guys.
really.
Ryan said he
Editor
doesn't want.
beatdown tomorrow.
Editor beatdown
4:30.
tomorrow. Who's got
I'm
the
on
song?
all the time.
Ryan, you're back in
It's
for the
me,
song.
but
Thank
it's
you.
inspired by Ryan Clement, so I'm gonna need his help.
Am I actually in now?
You're in.
I feel like I'm softer now.
No,
There
you're
we
in
go.
there.
Hello.
You're still there.
I'm back.
It's the same.
Oh, did you already have a song prepared?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
don't
gonna have to
need
give me
me.
the beat.
Give me
I'm
the
gonna-
beat. Give me the
I'll
beat.
start. It'll be all over the place since we didn't rehearse, but it's based on something you were singing earlier, a little Billie Jean by Michael
Oh, okay.
Jackson. But I'm starting not in the beginning of the song, so you'll just have to. I'm gonna start it up with the people always. So you have to just start. Give me the beat. Got it?
Do you want me to do the underlying tune?
Yeah, there you go. But like I said,
You know, Jeff and I have done that before, right?
Do I care? No.
Okay, that's fine. As long as we don't care.
Well, what did we do last time? How long ago was it? People always told me, be careful who you strike. Don't run around Vapid Roper's face. Hey, be careful what you strike. When the strike becomes a bite. Whoa! Nate Ahern is not my lover. He's just a guy that I struck on the bum. But the vampire sucks his blood. Beyond!
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys next week for them 8-3.